And the way we simplify expressions is to collect like terms. So if you are looking at revising this topic further, you can either type in simplifying expressions or collecting like terms. So I'm going to start with question one. Question one, we've got 3x plus 4x minus 2x. So what I need to do on this is simply just follow the way the expression goes. And we have got 3 plus 4, which is 7. Take away 2 is 5. So I'm going to put 5x. Okay, my coefficient is 5 and my variable is x. So my answer is 5x. Second one here, simplify 3m plus 3m. So I've got 6m. This one here, I've got n plus n plus n. And a lot of students will say to me, is this n to the power of 3 or is it 3n? And if you think of n's as pounds, if you've got £1 plus £1 plus £1, you've got £3. So your answer is 3n. Right, when we answer is 3n. Right, when we multiply here with our variables, what we need to do is sandwich them all together because that multiplication means that they stick to each other. So we've got a times b times c, which is a, b, c. Okay, for b, we should know how to do by now. Bearing in mind, we've put earlier examples up here. 5p take away 2p is simply 3p. And this, again, could be something that could throw you off. If I wrote the question 6h divided by 3, I think a lot of you would be able to understand it. But because it's been put into a fraction, we just need to remember that that still means divide. So whether you write that out next to it to help you or not is up to you. I'm not going to write it out because I've just mentioned it. So we've got 6h divided by 3. How many 3's go into 6? 2. So my answer is 2h. This one here, just be careful that you can only simplify like terms. So we've got k and k. So there are 2k's and plus 8. And the plus 8 stays on its own here because there are no like terms. Here we've got 4 times 3x. Well, 4 times 3 is 12. And I need to add my variable, which is x. Again, nothing has changed with this one. This one's very similar to the first question, so we're going to skip that one and go down to this question here. Now, I'm going to use a highlight tool for this one, and it's really important that we use something to distinguish between our like terms. So I've got 8g there, and I've got minus 3g there. So you can see I said minus 3g. When we collect like terms, we must collect them with the symbol in front of them. So I'm just going to write this out here, 8g minus 3g. So 8g minus 3g gives me 5g. And then I've got plus 6h, we know it's a positive 6h, plus h. And h on its own, we could write this out as 6h plus 1h, because we know h on its own is equal to 1h. 6h plus 1h is 7h, so my answer is 5g plus 7h. And again, another question I get from students is, how do I know if it's plus or minus? Okay, your number here, your 7h is positive, so you're going to put positive plus 7h there. Okay, so this question here, 3 times 9 is 27. And then, like I said, we need to sandwich our variable in at the end. So my answer is 27b. This example here is a great example for collecting like terms. We'll do this one together. So remember, I'm going to highlight with the sign in front of the coefficient and its variable. 2x minus 6x. So 2 take away 6 is going to give me minus 4. So I've got minus 4x. And then I've got minus 3y minus 4y. So minus 3 take away 4 is going to give me minus 7. And I can't forget my variable here, which was y. So we put that together and we've got minus 4x minus 7y. Okay, looking at this question here, because this one's a little bit different from the others. Again, 7 plus 5 gives me 12x. 7x plus 5x gives me 12x. And I know that means divided by 4. 12x divided by 4 equals to 3x. So my answer is 3x. Okay, I think that covers all bases on simplifying algebra. Just a simple ways of doing it, collecting like terms. And this is only grade 2.